Hello, students. I am excited for this lesson because finally I get to chat about my favorite sport, ice hockey. I come from Canada, and of course, ice hockey is what a lot of us live and breathe. So today we're going to be learning English through ice hockey. All right. Before we get going, hit the subscribe button and let's begin. So who's my team? My hockey team is called the Toronto Maple Leafs. I've been a Leafs fan my whole life. If you ask many Canadians or Americans, we are the laughing stock of our hockey league. Unfortunately, we've been very unsuccessful. And I'd be the first to admit it, but I would rather stay loyal than to jump on the bandwagon. And for that reason, I am a Leafs fan until I die. So in our last lesson in learning English through sports, we spoke about football. And I spoke about how my favorite team was Celtic. And we went through making predictions for football matches in the English Premier League. Well, this time we're going to be doing the opposite. We are going to be looking at matches in retrospect. So allow me to present the two objectives for this short virtual real-world lesson. The first objective is to be able to use the information from a past league standings chart to explain whether you are surprised or not about a past match or a past hockey game. The second objective is to be able to look at a past hockey game and to give a summary of what happened, who scored, and what else was important in the match. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Let's begin. Hello, students, and welcome to lesson number 2 in learning English through sports. So in this class, you will start by clicking on this blog right here, and the link to the blog will be in the box below of the YouTube video. What I'd like for you to begin by doing is just learning about the third conditional. Okay, so you could click on this link right here and you will just get some guidance on what the third conditional is and how we use the third conditional. Okay, I'll put some other resources there as well. After that, write a few practice sentences in your blog post to ensure that you understand the third conditional. Then, I'd like for you to study this vocabulary. These are expressions about surprise. Okay, so these are a few words, a few expressions and phrases that we use when we express surprise. So you could study those right there. From there, come on back to this blog post. I'd like for you to start with task number 1. So we're talking about hockey, we're talking about the National Hockey League, the NHL. So I would like for you to start by looking at the NHL standings from the 2020-2021 season. So you could open this up right here, just have a look at the standings a little bit, at the different teams, for example. This is all from last year. Then come back to the blog and look at the results from the Stanley Cup playoffs. The playoffs, hockey works a little bit differently than football does, for example, in that in hockey, we have this big championship at the end of the season where all of the teams play against one another. They do this in football and baseball and basketball, most North American sports. And this is considered the very important aspect of our league. So I'd like for you to go through here and just have a look at some of the different matchups, some of the different of the scores, and basically to express surprise, right? So for option number 1, I'd like for you to if you would like to share some speaking, then you could click on this Padlet right here and join the Padlet group. And you could just formulate 3 or 4 sentences expressing surprise about the matches and post them in audio recordings or videos. So for example, you could say, I am utterly surprised that Toronto lost to Montreal, right? Or I couldn't believe that Colorado beat blah, 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 right? So 3 or 4 sentences doing that. Option 2, you could do the exact same thing, but you could just write them down in a blog post. And as always, paste a link to your blog post in the comment section below or in the YouTube comment section. All right, from there, task number 2, use the third conditional to explain unreal results in the past in relation to these games. So I would like for you to refer to the third conditional information and just create 5 sentences about this, all right? And I want you to focus on hockey, on these NHL games. So for example, if Toronto had played better, they would have beaten Montreal. We could maybe say the same thing about Florida, right? If Florida had scored more, they would have defeated Tampa Bay, etc. So as always, send us a link to your blog so that people in the community could have a look if you feel comfortable with sharing. Otherwise, you could just keep this to yourself. It's completely your choice. Whatever helps you more with growing as a student. Put it in the comment section on YouTube and or Blogger of this blog. And I will see you next time. You are absolutely finished with this lesson. Okay, students, fantastic work. Thank you so much for watching today. As always, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button if you enjoy these free lessons. If you have any suggestions for me for future virtual real world lessons, please just put them in the comment box below and I would be happy to make a video based on the content that you are interested in. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, keep studying and keep smiling.